Griswold Dickens. Welcome back to SMM Live.
Yes.
Sports.
Movies
and music. I'm P.Ree.
Griswold Dickens.
And Ken Lee will be around.
We're going some guests in on here.
Yeah, to fill in for Ken Lee. So, we got a good show for you guys today.
Yes.
For our sports, we're going to talk about coaches versus players.
Yes.
And feel free to chime in. For our music, we're going to talk about Gunna. Big story. Right? I was thinking about that. Like, ooh. The streets versus reality. That's going to be the topic for that one.
Yeah, we'll say that. Yeah.
And then the movies, well, we're not going to do a movie today. We're going to do a series. The Best Man, Final Chapters.
I'm letting them have it.
Know y'all watch that. Yeah. Love it. Tell us what you think. All right, so we're going to jump right on in. Let's start with our sports. What do you think about Tom Brady and Bill Belichick?
Well, it looked like Tom Brady won this battle. I can't even lie. Tom Brady won the Super Bowl right after he left.
Yep.
And then he went to the playoffs, and then he went to the playoffs again. He got beat. And this last year wasn't too good, but he still made it. And Belichick, you didn't.
Yeah, but NFC South, it wasn't really hard to make it because we weren't doing nothing.
I remember that year the Falcons won. They won about 6 games and they went to the playoffs.
And lost.
Exactly. That's all going to happen anyway. But yeah, Brady won that one. What you think?
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like them together at all because every time they went to the freaking Super Bowl, something happened. They flattened the ball for the Falcons, and then they stole their playbook as if they needed to.
Exactly. 9 times. They were that's a lot.
Just doing a lot of stuff. But I am gonna say I'm ready for Tom Brady to leave the NFC South. I hope he retire and stay retired.
He might not retire. He can't get it. Somebody need to put a lick on him. I'm sorry. Somebody need to sit him down.
I'm just thinking that's probably why he divorced Giselle, because she wanted him to just stop playing football.
That's what it was.
And he was like, nope.
He didn't want to stop for some reason or whatever.
I know this is off topic, but I think that Tom Brady get Botox.
He look like he get a little work.
Black don't crack. Catch that. Black don't crack.
Really?
But what about Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy?
Oh yeah, I think Mike McCarthy won. He winning because Aaron Rodgers, he tried to make him look bad when he left too. He did. That's why everybody had this perception of him too, I think. Because Aaron Rodgers was like, he can't coach. I had to change plays and stuff on the huddle and stuff. He tried to make him look bad, you know what I'm saying? But Mike McCarthy, except the year that got hurt, he had win the season.
Yeah.
And then I think he got a little like 20 game difference or 10 game difference from Sean Payne record. They got about the same record too, and Belichick without Brady.
Well, the moral is don't try to make nobody look bad because it's gonna come back on you and make you look bad.
Exactly.
And they're talking about him leaving to go play somewhere else, but truth be told, the Jets.
I think, earlier this year, they say he bought a house in Tennessee. He might be going to the Titans.
I don't know that they would deal with Aaron. He's a highfalutin, good player, but he's older in age, so you got some wages. You got to find some leverage.
Yeah, dude. But he bought a house in Tennessee, so, wherever if he's still trying to play and he can buy a new house, but, they could be having houses, but.
I think it's time for him to hang up them cleats.
Yeah, really.
Put the ball down and go to broadcasting.
Yeah, I think he needed to get it, though, because he just be talking too, man.
Yeah.
He trying to sound like he just so smart. He probably smart, but bro, kill that shit, man.
Cause people can see straight through it.
Straight through it. Just say what's really on your mind, bro. You don't say what's on your mind, and I can tell you.
All right, what do you think about this? Is a good one. Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell Wilson. He looked washed this year. I don't know if it was because of the coach. I ain't never like buddy as a coach, no way. Because when he coached Josh McDaniels, when he coached the Raiders, that was terrible. Like that was real terrible when he got fired or he left or something. He went back to be a Belichick though. And he got this. He turned down some job, and he got this job. But
the coaches that work under him, you know,
they suck.
Yeah, but
Matt Patricia.
That's kind of like, but it's actually the opposite of Nick Saban and Kirby Smart, because Kirby doing the darn thing.
Oh yeah. You're
so
right about that,
Nick is a true leader, because leaders breed or build or make new leaders.
New leader, because Kirby took over. Yeah, he did. He taught him
Go Bulldogs.
Exactly. Yes. He taught him well, but Pete Carroll though. Pete Carroll, he got you though. Russell Wilson this year. Yeah. You got next year to try to get him, but he done made it to the playoffs. Ain't the quarterback he brought in broke your record.
So my thing about that is, sometimes I know money sounds good, but sometimes everything else, you have to pay attention to everything else. Mm-hmm. It's not always about the money, because, excuse me, if you have a ring, when you retire, you still gonna have that ring. When you retire, you gotta now try to figure out how you gonna invest this money, save this money, make money off this money. But you have this ring.
Exactly.
Not saying, now he do have several rings, especially with the Legion of Boom. That was my favorite defense, even though I love the Saints. Legion of Boom was my favorite defense, because I love to see Richard Sherman. What's the other guy?
There's a lot of Chandler.
Not Chandler, the other one. The one who was Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
I'm just his side. Don't get fired. Yes, that Legion of Boom was amazing.
Yeah, that was good. They got they made it two Super Bowls. They lost one, but they did good. They won their division and stuff all the time. So I like them though. Yeah, Pete Carroll got you on that one.
So guys, tell us how you feel, what you think about the coaches versus the players.
Yes.
Who did it better? Who gained it by moving on, or anything, whatever you think about it. Let us know. So now we're gonna move on to our next segment. This is a good one. This is what I titled the streets versus reality.
There we go.
Gunna versus YSL. Did he snitch or didn't he?
What
What you think?
Yeah, man. And say he took a plea deal, so I was like, he ain't really snitch. But the way we was just listening to the question, he had to answer. The way they
grouped all the stuff together, and all he could say was yes or no.
That's all he could say. So they grouped the stuff he had to say though, man. Like he couldn't say nothing. Like he only had to say yes, no, and the questions they asked him were kind of messed up.
Yeah, how you gonna put? Do you agree that YSL is a gang and a music label?
Like, come on.
Well, it's a music. I can't say it's a music label and not a gang.
It's two-part question.
Because you said I can only say yes or no.
Exactly.
And my life is in your hands.
It's a two-part question too. That's why I say he didn't talk about. And they say the day he got pulled over, he didn't get charged that day. So they already got who they want on that. He didn't say. They asked when he in the car with him. So, he said yes.
So what is your definition of snitching?
Like. Okay, you did what 6ix9ine did. You out here telling your gang boy to go beat people up. You out here putting hits on people, and then when you get locked up, you like, I'm gonna tell all these niggas and what they been doing for me if y'all let me go. That's snitching. Yeah. Snitching is what the mob bosses did. Like the dude who killed a bunch of people for John Gotti now. He told on somebody. Mm-hmm. He told on John Gotti. I'm just using his name. He told on his bosses, and he got less time. That's snitching.
Yeah, so snitching is when you pinpoint and say exactly who did what. But in Gunna's situation, I don't feel it's snitching because he did not say
he took a plea deal.
Did this.
A plea deal means you did it too.
Yes.
Exactly.
So plea deal doesn't necessarily say you free either. No. Like you still may have them charged, you may have to deal with probation, but he's not completely,
free. Like he took the charge.
He's not done with that. But this is why I say it's the streets versus reality.
Yeah, man.
You gotta prioritize some things when you're in jail too. He have a family to fend for. So if you have the opportunity to take a plea deal and see and be with your family, versus stay in jail and hold your street cred, which one are you going with?
Exactly, bro. It's so many people had to go to jail because that he got the money to fight it, but he knew he wasn't getting out of jail. Yeah, from the little side, that's why he took the plea deal. That's the only reason why people take the plea deal. Because a dude was, he got falsely accused for something. He had no money to get a lawyer. He had to take the plea deal. Mm-hmm. So he had to say he did it to get out of jail. That's all Gunna did. That's what I'm saying. Like, the questions they asked him, though, was some bullshit.
Yeah, so make sure y'all weigh in because I don't feel like Gunna snitched.
No,
at all. I think that he just was. They said yes. You can only say yes or no.
Exactly.
And they put the questions as to he's gonna say yes about this. He probably want to say yes about this. Let's put them together because he can only say yes or no.
Them all the questions they asked him together too. All the rest on one part question.
Yeah.
But the first two questions was a compound. It's YSL record label and a gang. She didn't say or a gang. She said and a gang because he got to answer yes or no.
So he can only answer yes or no.
That's why, man. That's why I said. Then they say meet me and them unfollow him and stuff. I was like, bro, they weren't never your friends.
So what is it worth? Like, what is the fame worth to you?
Exactly, bro.
Like,
exactly. That's all I said. Like, bro, if you taking the deal, that's why I say he just took the deal, man. That's all. Like, he confessed to everything.
I don't feel like he snitched on Young Thug or anybody in that situation.
He gotta have paperwork, and we just gotta see the paperwork.
Yeah.
Well, the paperwork gonna come out. If y'all ain't seen no paperwork here, bro, that mean
it ain't over. And then here's something else I want you to think about. What if the big dog, Young Thug, told him to do it? To get out and take care of the family because he know they're gonna take care of everything.
Exactly.
Y'all don't know what people do behind closed doors. Exactly. He probably told him to take that plea deal, bro.
He probably did. That's what I'm saying.
You just don't know.
He probably did.
And that's because he's the boss. So they all do like what he say. So he probably did tell him to take that plea deal.
Because the rest of them guys snitching now.
Right, they're putting names on it. Gunna didn't put a name on it at all. If y'all find a clip or something that shows that he put a name on it,
exactly,
please feel free to share it with us. Because right now, in my opinion, he's not a snitch.
No, because he didn't. Yeah, the other guy was like, yes, I did this for Young Thug and I did this for him. That's what they're saying.
He didn't say his name at all.
He didn't say that, bro.
He just said yes, ma'am, and then he said yes.
Yes. That's it. That's all he said.
That's it?
Yeah.
Alright, so let us know what you think about that.
Exactly.
Do y'all think he snitched or didn't he? I don't think he did, but don't let my opinion sway you. Let me know what you think. Tell me exactly how you feel about that Gunna situation. But Gunna, we on your side.
Yeah,
we don't think
he snitched.
It takes a smart person to know, reality versus this street stuff.
Exactly, man.
Those who don't get it, don't get it. Don't you worry about it.
Nah, he'll be alright without them niggas anyway. Lil Durk and Meek Mill and follow them.
I mean, who am I? Because I don't make their money. I'm not in their circle.
Yeah, I mean,
But the fact that I'm a real person, I know what I'm talking about. From what I see and heard, I don't think he snitched.
No.
So let us know what y'all think.
Already.
Alright, so we're going to close that segment and we're going to move to the last one. And we're going to have a special guest join us to discuss... What?
The best man.
The best man final chapters. Alright, let's get into it.
Hold on.
It sounded really cool in my head. Anyway, we are going to discuss the best man final chapters. What do you think?
I thought it was really good. And I guess I speak from a standpoint of someone who, I'm on my second marriage, so I understand marriage at this point a little more than what I did when I was single. So to see them in the marriage dynamic it was quite interesting, to say the least. What do you think?
You didn't tell us why you thought it was interesting, but I'll tell you after you tell us why you thought it was interesting.
So I know on the internet a lot of people were complaining like, oh, she took their kid and moved to Africa and all this kind of stuff. Listen, when you mess up the family dynamic, you can't force me to stay in a place I don't want to be in. What I need to do to find my peace and to be a better person for me so I can be a better parent is what I need to do. We would have still been in that situation if you hadn't messed up the family dynamic kind of thing. Because he was kind of low down. He was with that girl alone way too many times. Yeah. Take Jordan.
Yeah.
And I just felt like nothing about that make you feel a little uncomfortable because you're married now. You know how you feel about her and how she feels about you. So I don't blame that girl for moving to Africa. Y'all can co-parent from 2 different continents. It's going to be harder, but at the end of the day, you can't force me into a space that I don't want to be in because you want me here after you messed up the family dynamic.
And who she's speaking of is Harper and Robin. And so just to piggyback off of that, a lot of people are saying that Robin is the villain. I don't think she's the villain. She's doing what she needs to do for her now. Because for 17 years, she took the backseat to him in his career. And everything Harper wanted, Harper got it. And she was on the side, just watching and being hurt. If you watch it, you can see the hurt in her eyes. She don't like the way him and Jordan interact. And when she read his book, the paper he wrote,
the new book or the new movie or whatever he's trying to do,
she know for a fact that wasn't about her, but she was like, yes, you should finish it. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
but she was hurt because she knew it was about Jordan.
Yeah, especially
he wanted to protect Jordan, not her.
Especially when he turned that book into a movie and threw that past back into her face while you sitting beside this girl during a sex scene and you didn't feel like. Never did you consider how she would really feel in that situation. But in his defense, she should have voiced how she felt. But I guess she was trying to be a supportive wife. But at the end of the day, that's why communication is essential. But I just did not like how everyone was turning her into a villain. Both of them did their own. But at the end of the day, being someone who has been divorced and it was a child in the mix, I'm not going to stay where I can't find peace because you want me here after you have peace and you have a great career. You got everything going for you. And I'm supposed to just linger around because we got a kid together. No, I got to do the same thing that you have. And you
fulfill her dreams.
That if that means I got to move across the world, I got to move across the world. But I just see it differently.
That was a whole lot on Robin and Harper. Let's switch gears to
Terrence Howard.
Yes, Terrence Howard and LB. How many of y'all knew that was going to happen? I didn't, but I ain't gonna lie. Shelby, she flipped that thing. Any girl feel like they cornered me, I'm gonna pull out all the tricks.
What trick you got?
I don't know yet, but the unicorn came out hard and she said, oh, I got that checkmate. And she got that. Unicorn was like, he chose me. Did he, boo? Do you got the ring? No, you don't.
I do feel like Shelby was doing a bit too much, though. Like, when she...
I don't think she was.
When she did that whole little dance thing in front of his friends.
That was excellent.
I just felt like that was a little bit over the top, but... That
was a lesson to be learned. If you want something, you go get it. She went got him because she wanted him. And then she knew that was Kennedy's dad. Nobody knew that until then. So that's the backstory.
If anybody's a villain, she is for hiding that from him.
She was wrong for that. And then she tried to comment on Robin and Harper. Yeah. And Harper was like, I disrespectfully.
Yeah, I did. Like, he was like, I disrespectfully disagree.
Yeah, but she was wrong for that.
I knew Terrence Howard would be happy with it. It was weird watching him in that element trying
They were flying backwards. I couldn't figure that out. They were doing it.
Homeboy with a stripper. Ex-stripper, excuse my my comment. Merch. I really liked the dynamic that Merch went into fighting because everyone saw him as the underdog and soft, but he was a whole beast out there.
Woo! Like, talk about an underdog. He came up swinging, fighting. He can keep his mouth closed.
I mean,
what? Okay, let's think about that. Remember when they were talking about the daughter, and Shelby was like, she kept the 10-year thing away from Terrence, and she was like, Merch stood up for Candace and told Harper, whenever it's you against everybody else, you always have options, but you always choose yourself. He backed Candace up, like he was like, you're not gonna talk to my wife like that.
Yeah.
But when he talked to Shelby, Terrence was laughing, and he said, "Keep my wife name out your effing mouth." And she was like, "You think this is a joke?" Everybody knows Terrence Howard is a jokester. I couldn't take him serious.
Yeah, I couldn't take him serious the whole time, like at all. But I did like it. I would like for them to make something else because I feel like I was kind of left hanging. I want to know what becomes of everyone.
Morris was a garden tool.
Oh,
he was a garden tool.
He was out there strong.
I was like, Morris. I'm sorry, Lance.
But I get it. That's how he was coping, and it wasn't working. But you had to do something to take your mind off. I really wish he had to like exercise or something to take his mind off. But he was exercising. You're right. Never mind. Yeah. So that's all I got to say about Morris or Lance. But I will say this about what's the girl name? Robin?
Mm-hmm.
No,
the one he liked.
Yeah,
Jasmine.
No, Robin, the one Harper liked.
Jordan.
I just felt like Jordan, you lurking in the shadows too much. Like,
yeah, I did think
lurking in shit like
too much.
It's like you waiting on your option, your outing to just pounce, and it's like
because
I'll fight you.
As soon as Robin jumped off the boat, when they flashed the camera back up, she was right there behind Harper. How did you get up there that fast? But yeah.
And then how you go through all of that with him the night Terrence Howard had the heart attack. Yeah. It's like, why would you go? Like, nothing about that made you feel a little uncomfortable?
Do you all think they were intimate? I think they were. Because that next book he was writing, he said that they didn't have any interruptions this time. They put the past behind them and they succumbed to their feelings.
Yeah.
And we all know what their feelings are or were.
That's true.
So that's just something to think about. But yeah, let us know what you think about it in the comments. Thank y'all for joining us. Want to share anything else?
Yeah, one last thing. I feel like the level of respect for a spouse wasn't effectively shown in there that you should have. It was just a lot.
I think Merge did.
But they did. I felt like they kept missing each other. They were so caught up into life and school and fighting, and they were missing each other instead of like really just being there for each other and like having those decompressed moments to communicate with their spouse, like with each other. So I would like a better example of what a real marriage should look like, or what people are striving to look like in marriage. Because yeah, you have your ups and your downs in marriage, and everyone's gonna fuss, fight, have their disagreements or whatever. But I would like to see a little more respect, because I don't want to promote that idea of marriage onto people. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. I get it.
All right, we out.
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in to SMM. Until next time.
It's Bree and me.